Let's go ahead and welcome everybody. Let's go ahead and do our Monday morning roll call. Please state your name, where you're calling from.
Good morning, Brandon.
Michael Jackson, Phoenix, Arizona.
North Carolina.
All right, I had Bob Dave, North Carolina. I heard Michael Jackson. Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Suzanne, Luke, Florida.
Suzanne, welcome. I missed someone else.
Mr. Adam here, California.
Adam Broker, welcome.
Penny Kyle, California.
Hey, Penny, welcome.
Cheers, Coleman,
Cheryl
Houston, Texas.
Polio, California.
I have Jairus, and then who was that last one in California?
Cheryl Polio, California.
Cheryl, welcome. Who else do we have? All right, well, we're right at the top of the hour. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. My name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for being here. This is our special STA Agents Call with Success Team Alliance. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is the chance for all of us to get together to go over a couple of updates, share some ideas and some things that's happened within our agent team over the past few days. Also to ask any questions and learn tips from other agents that are having success. And a chance to welcome new agents that have just joined over the last few days. So we're coming off of, we haven't had a call since last Wednesday. We've been celebrating Easter weekend, so we hope everybody had an enjoyable Easter weekend and spending time with their family this weekend and ready to go to work. We're now a little more than halfway through the month of April, and we want this to be, or you to be able to end this month out strong, having a lot of success. I know a couple of you are going to share. You've had some new loans that you've put in through the funnel system, and we're eager to see some results from those from some of you guys. But this is an exciting time for all of us, and you're going to hear from a gentleman right now that's going to share a couple of updates with you guys and make sure that we're all on the same page. And I'd like to introduce a gentleman. He's got so much experience in this industry at such a young age that's had a lot of success. We're talking about in multiple industries generating millions and millions of dollars in sales and profit. So without further ado, I want to bring up our leader of Success Team Alliance, Mr. Jared Coleman. Jared, you still there?
Hello? Oh.
There you are. Hey, Jared, you still there?
Hello?
I think I hear you.
Hello, Brandon?
Yeah, go right ahead, sir.
No, it's not. No, it's not Jairus. It's Tony. Southern California,
Tony.
LA. Yeah.
I just had Jairus a second ago. I think we just lost him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Brandon.
There he is. Hey, Jared.
Hey, sorry about that. I was I was trying. There was a person trying to call me as soon as you brought me up, and I was trying to swat him off like a fly. I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I just introduced you, so the floor is all yours.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, hey, guys, hopefully you guys have had a great weekend. I know we've had a long weekend as far as Friday. We didn't have a sales call. Obviously, the weekend, hopefully you guys have had that, and, we're getting ready to get into the tax, I would say into the tax season. But this is going to be, I believe, a good week. A lot of, I'll say a lot of the calls that were done last week, and I'll say even for myself, this week is going to be a lot more, I believe, a lot more successful. I'm also going to bring Adam on here after I speak here because I want to hear what his insights on this as well, him and with his experience in the business, finance, and loan industry. But where we're at right now with this coming out of the tax season, closing it out, Adam did mention something last week that is very key, and that is right now while we're prospecting, we're making our calls, and I'm speaking also to the new people too. As you guys are talking to talking to new business customers and prospects, I can tell you this, that this is the time right now because we just closed out the first quarter, and we're really now into the second quarter where businesses are prospecting or looking for their budgets and recalibrating their adjustments for the second quarter. which is going to be over pretty fast, as it's already well started into it. So again, let's make today being Monday. Today is a good fresh start. You know, the regular call schedule will be, you know, our sales calls will be as continued. I'm also going to beef up some other stuff too, because I know we have quite a few new people coming into the fold. I'm going to do a quick recap. You know, Brandon and I, we created a training course for, and we continually are updating it for the group. And so, you know, between emails throughout the week, and also if you're not in the Facebook group, just so you guys know, if you're not in the Facebook group, a lot of the content we do post on a regular basis and keep updates, kind of keep a live running tally. So if you don't have Facebook, we totally understand. But if you do, you might want to friend somebody. If you're not a friend, if you came through, you know, the job application side and you're not connected with anybody through Facebook or a social media network, and make sure you get added into our Facebook group. It's just another way to communicate with the team. And you can also do that through the CRM too, which a lot of you guys still need to register through, and that's the way to keep track of your loans and your pipeline. So we'll be putting those emails out. I know that we're always going to be constantly growing and therefore changing. So a lot of our material is going to sound repetitive, but you know, especially for the older people, the people that have been in the system for a long time and starting to produce. At the end of the day, guys, today it's about Monday morning focus and keeping our mind set towards the prize. And I'm going to just reiterate this again, because this is a bigger picture about what we have our hands on with the loan, with prospecting for businesses, talking to companies out there. And I can tell you, we all spend a lot of time. If you're working your cold call list, I use Manta. I happen to, you know, Penny and I were talking about this. Some people don't like the website Manta, and that's where we find businesses and their names and the owners. I happen to like that. Helen suggested that. It's a lot more stream. To me, everything is right there. As much information as we possibly can get from the owner's name. I don't even call typically a lot of the numbers if they don't have the owner's name, because I like to use the high ground advantage of calling and saying, "Hey, is this Frank?" You know, because from Manta, we're able to get the business owner's name, again, how many employees they have and what the revenue is for the year. So we know going in there, talking to this business, again, kind of a little bit of their picture, and it kind of gives them like, oh, okay, it gets you past. Knowing their name does help you get past the doorkeeper a little bit faster. And half the time, too, you sound more important, because if you're just a regular person and you're trying to cold call them, which we all are, and you know their name, that gives you kind of okay, he's talked to Jim or Frank before. So I use Manta. A lot of you guys use Yelp. Either way, pull out your list and make a goal for yourself for this every day and every week is how many calls you're going to make, how many contacts, I should say, how many contacts that you're going to set without a goal, without you putting yourself yourself putting yourself on a goal, sorry, we're well started. We got started. So welcome. So without you being set up in a goal and working the goal that is set in front of you, whether you call 25 businesses and you talk to 25 owners, or you email, or you're doing some form of activity, even if it's when you're starting, even if it feels like you're not getting results, here's the reality. You are getting results even if you're not getting any closings yet, because what's happening is you're digging, you're mining for that person that is going to say yes, but you have to go through the process. Not only that, by going through the process, even if some of us are experienced in sales here, we just strengthen ourselves, making ourselves even more stronger, and how to attack that person in that industry, whatever industry it is that we're talking to. So again, this being Monday, let's set a goal, because here's a bigger picture. And this is actually my goal. I'm working on other pipelines to get prospects from mailer lists to, have companies that they can drive and pass the signs out around town for me, to running Facebook ads, which I'm tweaking that and getting ready to work with an ad agency on that. My goal is to get 10 to 15 particular loans in the pipeline and close a month. I want you guys to see how big of a picture this is too. One loan can be $3,000 in your pocket by itself. And I've already asked this. Usually I always ask this on every meeting. What would $3,000 do, or what would $1,000 do? But you got to ask yourself this question when we close a deal. because that's what it equals out to is what are you trying? What is your goal? What do you want to make? You got to put that cap on there. So 10 loans, just 10 loans represents to me $30,000 in business. That's just on 10 loans. How many can handle $30,000 in business in their pocket every month? Just off of 10 loans, how many think that can possibly happen? 10 loans. I'm sure everybody's like, my God, yeah. So one loan already makes a lot of damage. If all of you on this call struggled through the rest every 30 days but closed one loan and you made $3,000 in your pocket, I'm sure that's not a lot, but that is just one loan can make a difference. So I want you guys, while you're laboring in the field and you're making your cold calls and you're going through your frustrations and you're going through the ups and downs and the highs and lows, because that's the process of sale, is that what happens when you reflect and look, you go, wait, I made one sale or I made one contact. Really quickly, though, I want to bring on somebody really quick. If she's on, I'm going to put you on the spot, but she's done a very good job, and she's new in this whole industry, and she's been kicking butt while she's working. Here's what I have to honestly say, and this is not me being discriminatory, so forgive me, men, but women kick butt. You guys are the best salespeople. I wish I could almost put on an ad, women only. No, I'm just joking. All I can say is that the women have been kicking butt. They have been showing up the guys. If this was a women contest, we suck. The women win. And it's not even a kiss up. But I want to bring up, if you're on, Penny Kyle, are you on by chance?
Yes, I am, Mr. Jerry.
Oh gosh. Penny, I want to say, before, just share with us a few little things that you've been doing based on the calls, the structure coming into this thing. Give us some insight and what you're not just doing, but more importantly, again, being that this is a fresh start for you coming into this side of the sales environment. Share with us.
Well, I have never been in this type of a sales environment, like you said, always products or services. Well, this is kind of a service, but all I've been doing, and I've been trying different things. I tried Yelp. Here's a little tip about Yelp. If you decide to message people on Yelp, instead of calling them, watch out because you can get your Yelp account shut down. So I guess I'm a Yelp spammer. Anyway, I just opened up a new account with a different email address. But, yeah, don't do that. I guess it's called Yelp timeout or Yelp jail, kind of like Facebook jail. But, yeah, don't do that.
No more Yelping for you?
Yeah. So then I switched to Manta. I like Manta better because, you can look at Manta and it'll tell you most of the time who the business owner is. It even will tell you, if you scroll all the way down, you cannot actually kind of pre-qualify them before you even talk to them because it'll give you their estimated yearly sales or income, and it's like, oh, dang, well, I can already hit them up for if it says they make, $300,000, I can divide that by 12 and figure out what that number is and say, hey, I can get you a loan for X amount of dollars. Would you be interested in this? To help expand, grow, just have some extra capital, whatever. And another thing I started doing, and I'm still kind of testing it, but it's working, and I'm going to make a video on how I do it, is I did some searching on Facebook for small business owners. Now, you can look for individuals, but here's something even way better. Small business owners pick any city you want. I did small business owners of Atlanta, small business owners of Houston. I'm infringing on your territory there, Mr. Jarris. And,
you better stop and cut it out. No, I'm joking.
There are tons of people. So, you can post in there, but what I found works better is I'm going through all the posts just briefly, and basically it's kind of people just explaining where they're at and what they do, and sometimes it'll say they're actually looking for money. I put in two pre-quals. Both of them have been qualified now. I've gotten an email back. And I've got both of them off of Facebook, believe it or not.
Wow.
And, you know, this one gal said, oh, there's no way I'm going to get qualified. My problem is blah, blah, blah. And it never fails. All the banks turn me down. And I said, well, you know what? For shits and giggles, let's just get you pre-qual. It came back yesterday, as a matter of fact, because I put it in on Easter Sunday. She's pre-qualified. She is so freaking excited this morning. She's just like, well, what's the link for this? And I said, no, it's not a link. It's an email. Oh, okay. So she's busy getting all of her documentation together because she's been trying forever to get a loan with a bank, the bank she banks at. She can't get one. And she has a commercial cleaning business. So,
wow.
You know, it just goes to show that, you know, you can use Facebook. And I'm telling you guys, I've been in network marketing for quite a while now. I know Jairus and Brandon for quite a while. And I have built my organizations always off of Facebook. Always. I don't do home meetings or home parties or any of that good stuff. And here again, I'm doing well on Facebook, and I'm going to do a screen share type training video that shows people exactly what I'm doing, and I'm excited. Both of them are $65,000 loans that are being wanted. So I don't know.
Nice.
I'm super excited.
That's like a lot of money in your pocket, Penny, once they close. Man, good job.
So yeah,
Penny,
I'm super
Penny, excited. You know what? I'm honestly very proud of you. Seriously, I mean, like, you know, just it's, you know, seriously, that's brilliant, smart thinking. And see, this is why these sales calls, we design them this way. I want you guys, if you're new or if you're struggling, and even me, I hit walls, and hearing stuff like this, we're a team. That's why I labeled our team, our group, Success Team Alliance. We're here to align ourselves with each other and help each other. So, Penny, I want to say thank you for sharing. That's very insightful, and I can't wait for you to put that together in a training course. And let me just say, actually, it makes so much sense, too, you know, when you're out there looking for businesses on Facebook, whether you use Manta. Because, Penny, you're right. I'm sure you kind of toddled. Like, you could see from Manta, like you said, you know where their dollar amount is. But then you can see, you know, if you do a little bit, here's the reality. If you do a little bit of research, and it may take a little extra time, but the more research you do before you call a business, you're going to have a lot more better success ratio when you do get in that conversation. Here's the thing, especially when you understand the niche you're calling. I keep saying it, but I'm going to use him as an example because he's one of my favorites, and that's Grant Cardone in the sales environment world. Here's reality. One of the things he teaches is that with that whole process is that you got to know, you know, he has a segment where it's called Sell Me a Glass of Water. And so he has people that are, you know, they think they're hot shots, they know how to sell. And this is actually sobering for me. People, like, I think I'm a decent salesperson, but it actually stretches. Like, seeing that segment stretch me, it's like, man, calling me on the spot, sell a glass of water, and why am I selling it to you? Point is that, you know, when you do a little research, and this is what he's pulling out of this, when you do a little research and you know a little bit about the person, you're able to have a better angle and communicate and connect to that hurt pain, that hurt spot that they're looking for. Because Brandon has knocked it out of the park, and he's consistently has said this, and it's so true, that and I'm going to say this as a former brick-and-mortar business owner, about 40% of businesses are looking for capital, like, right now. Brandon, you would have to, when you come back on, say it again and break it down. But every business is looking for capital in one way or another. And I could tell you that again on my just running a wholesale business last year, is that, man, I'm always looking for cash. I'm always looking for extra investor, cash. It seems like that's the name of the game in the world of businesses. You need in order to grow. With that being said, you know, good info. And Penny, I want to say thank you for sharing that. I want to keep things moving. Adam, are you on, my friend?
You know I'm on here, Mr. Jarrett.
Good deal, my friend. My loan broker, my loan Richard. He's not a broker, he's a Richard. So, so Mr. Richard, share with us kind of the, again, we're moving into the second quarter, loans, experience, and like just the prospect for this going week and what we should all be expecting and doing.
Well, I've been around the business of small business consulting and capital raising for a long time, better part of 15 years.
Nice.
Right now, see, today and tomorrow being tax day, a lot of the business owners are looking at a major tax bill that they have to pay. Now, where is that money going to come from? It's going to come out of either straight out of their pocket or out of their business pocket, which is going to hurt them, ultimately, especially if they've had a pretty decent year last year. And last year, this is something interesting. Last year was a year where a lot of businesses, they filed, but because of their current state of what was going on with the economy, they were not able to pay their business tax last year. So what happened? It rolls over into this year. Now, who could possibly be there to help these people to pay that off? Guess what? Us. That tax burden is a major problem for these business owners. And that tax burden is something that could cripple a business. And now that we have a new administration, and what we've seen now over the last few months is the lenders really loosening up their purse strings, and then they're unzipping their wallets, and they're ready to start putting money, back into the economy. This has nothing to do with whatever your politics are, but it has everything to do with taking advantage of what is available now. What's happening now with the economies? Is the economy ready to go? And the answer is yes. The answer is absolutely yes. You see, we have a mandate now to put money into our own economy here in the United States and in our territory. That is a mandate. And these entities and the different lenders, they know it. And they know they're going to look really good if they do help the small business and medium business owner out. Because what is good for the economy is good for us, is good for them. So this day and age, especially today, I woke up and I was reading on Reuters this morning about several companies that had closed their doors last year, but were reopening their doors this year. And these are pretty decent. These are decent, very good companies, mom and pops, but they produce products that no one else has. And it made them a need to a lot of families. They made a specific type of a medical device that attaches to a wheelchair that helps people to talk. It's a small business out of Huntington Beach, California. They shut their doors last year. Now they're reopening. Why? Because somebody came to them and said, hey, look, do you have a current business? Well, yes, they did. It wasn't the one that they were really passionate about, but they had a business. And they were able to get a loan for $160,000. That put them back in business. And now, as of today, over the past month, 100 people now are able to talk who were mute for the entire last year.
Wow.
So look at what we have here, guys. We have the ability of talking to almost any business owner, and that has a brick and mortar, but also is able to show cash flow. When we're able to look at that and put the T's together and say, look, would you like to do a free pre-qualification? There's no hassle here. How much you can qualify through us? Let me give it a crack. Let me give it a try. Who's going to say no? You're not asking them for their Social Security number. You're just asking them for a couple of particulars about their business, about their cash flow, and then their name and their address and where they're from, what kind of business that they're in. That's all. It's that simple. Ask. And if you need help, if you're having problems, ask for help. I've been preparing I read over the scripts that we have available, but I've been preparing a glop of other different kinds of scripts that you all can use. I'll be posting those in the Facebook group here the next couple of days that you all can use. Hopefully you might, whether you use them or not, it's completely up to you guys. But it'll be there as a roadmap and as a means of this is what the business owner is looking to hear. But the most important thing is don't be fake. You've got to be you. You've got to be you. Otherwise, the people will know it and they will not respect you. So that is my pearl of wisdom for the day, Jairus.
Hey, I really appreciate that, and that was a good wisdom, good insight, and wealth of knowledge. And as you guys can see, we got a lot of talent from the beginning to people that, if you just started to the people that like Adam, who's been in the finance and business industry for 15 plus years. And so I think we got a unique network here, and we're here to help. And more importantly, it's just about taking action. I've got a few interviews today. One of the interviews I was looking at, they wrote back and they said, do you guys provide leads? I'm laughing and only bringing that up because here's the right answer. Even for the, yeah, we do. It's called Manta or Facebook, or walk or step outside your house and drop off flyers. There's really a few different methods that are really, they work, and they're old. You can call them old school, and but at the end of the day, it still takes work. There is no gold nugget of people just sitting there. Well, actually, there is. It's just really what words are you saying? And you're going to run into a lot of people that are just not interested right there, right on the spot. But again, in your labors, look at Penny's been only with us for a couple of weeks, and she's got two loans in the pipeline. Everybody's results are going to be different, but the reality is look at that, $65K a piece. Mr. Numbers guy, Brandon, come on. Brandon, where are you at?
I'm right here, Jared.
I know. I like that laugh. I love his laugh. What's that, Brandon?
I'm right here listening and taking notes.
Okay, brother, break that down. I'm just using Penny's example. She's got two loans, $65K a piece. She just started. Put that in perspective of what that's going to be. Put just the ballpark around in her pocket just for kind of really a 1 week's worth of. Really, she's only been really hustling for 1 week. 1 week.
Well, you're looking at, let's just say if those two close, because that's $130,000 right there. That would be for Penny $3,900 check.
Man, come on.
Now, you spoke before about the sweet spot being between $50,000 to $100,000 or $120,000. So everyone, you don't want to have a focus on. I want to try to knock out a $500,000 loan right off the bat, or $300,000. Of course, that would be great. But what if you had, $5,000 to $10,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 loans? That starts to add up very, very quickly, and that seems to be around that number that people are not only are they getting pre-qualified for, but that they can actually, they feel comfortable taking it, and they know they can pay that off in a year to 2 years, and they'll always come back for more after that. So great job, Penny. Can you imagine that first week in business as a $3,900 check? And now with more confidence coming in, I guarantee you she'll be making more phone calls, talking to more businesses.
Brandon, all she has to do, let's say we just at the beginning of the new week, she got two more people. This is just off her hustle. This is not recruiting. This is just off of her getting two. Like, let's just say she got two more deals, which if she's doing what I think she's going to do the rest of the week, she's going to get one or two more people. It's going to happen. So I just wanted to add that in there. $3,900 for a week's worth of work. Again, everybody's results are going to vary, but that's impressive. To me, it's impressive.
Well, just imagine if she's doing that per week, at least two loans being closed per week around that same amount, and you're getting $3,900. That's over $16,000 a month.
Wow.
That is very, very impressive.
I'm going to have to go to Penny for a loan, man, for that. If that rate, I'd have to go to Penny for a loan, like a personal loan or something. Like, Penny, can I borrow half that? No, and what's your finance rates and terms?
Hi, this is Paulette. I would like to ask a question to Adam on the Facebook, because I am on Facebook. Can you friend me?
Yeah, you can friend me, Jairus, or Paulette. You can friend Jairus, me, or Adam. It doesn't matter either way.
I'm trying to get to Adam because I'm interested in looking over the script.
Well, yeah, he's going to put him in the Facebook group. Again, I could put you in the group. Either like he can put you in the group, I can put you in the group. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying we can put you in the Facebook group where we kind of we're always posting in the Facebook group throughout the whole day. That's where everybody kind of everybody that's on Facebook is always talking to each other, and that's where he's going to post that information.
Okay, so you'll put me in today? Because
if you send me a friend request.
Okay, that sounds.
It's probably easier to find me because there's not many Jairus Colemans.
Okay, there are not many Paulette Rosses either. Can you friend me? I mean, I don't know how to just actually go in and do it. That's why I was trying to get, in the group so I can look at some of the information that's there.
Sure.
Well, Paul,
we'll get that worked out
right now.
Excuse me?
Spell your whole name. We'll add you right now. What's your whole name?
Paulette, Paulettte. Last name is Ross, Ross.
Let's see here. Now, what is there a picture of? It works at Dublin City School District, Georgia. Oh, where are you from, Paulette?
Bryan, Texas, but it will say lives in Houston.
Okay, I've got in New York. North Carolina. You might be able to pull her up, Jairus.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll try. Let me try here in a second.
There's a lot of Paulette Rosses.
I'm not exactly in front of the computer at the second. That's why I said it might probably be easier, Paulette, if you had looked for me, because I knew there was going to be a lot of Paulette.
Well, Paulette, you can also add me too, because we can add you to the group. It's just my direct link is facebook.com/BIVEY and the number 2.
Okay.
BIVEY number 2. Just pull that up on your computer, click friend request, add me as a friend, and we'll get you in the group.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Perfect. Is there anybody else too that we need to add into the group that's not in the group?
Yeah, Mac Buentello.
Okay, Mac. I'll send you my link, and I'll do this to Paulette too. I'll just send you guys a Facebook link for my profile, and you guys can friend me, and then I'll add you guys into the group.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Also know that a lot of the stuff and training materials that we post in the Facebook group, we're also putting on our team site for those that don't have access to Facebook and they're not social media people. They can always come to our team site, which is successalliancetraining.com, and click on the training section, and we'll have all that information there too.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Good.
Exactly. But it's always good to be in the group because you can always chat. You can get updates and kind of ask questions real time. That's always good. Good deal. Okay, well, let me make sure you guys get that information, Mac, and whoever else. I'll just send it out to the group again, and you guys can friend request me, and I'll add you to the group. With that being said, I mean, we're going to Brandon. I mean, I guess you can. I'll pass to you. You can get us closed out. Give us an outlook for the week.
Absolutely. Like I said, we're coming on the second half of the month of April. I'm not sure you guys really studied the numbers on how we get paid, but for your first full month, you're getting 3% on each loan. So if you get started mid-month, that means the rest of this month and next month, you're getting 3%. The following month, it depends on how many loans you do this month, it will either stay at 3%, go up to 4%, or be at 2.5%. But all the numbers that we do, we always break it at the lowest minimum, that you're getting 2.5% per loan. And so whenever I do numbers, just remember that we're going off of an average $80,000 loan, and about 2.5%, which is about $1,500. But I stick with about $2,500 per loan that you're gonna get. So I love to talk. Well, before I go over the numbers, a little bit about the getting plugged into the system. Now, this is very important. You guys work for yourselves. You don't have a boss. You don't have anybody here to tell you, what to do, and there's consequences if you don't. You make as much money as you want based on how much effort and time that you put in. So that's why these calls are important, for you to be able to stay plugged in, to stay, that old thing, out of sight, out of mind. Keep this in the forefront of your mind, hear the success of others, and it gets you motivated to get things done and hold each other accountable. So if you're on Facebook, you want to be a part of our Facebook group, you want to be plugged into our team site, you want to make sure that you have registered on our CRM and definitely our mailing list. I think we have, I got to check, 60-something agents now, and only 9 people have registered for our mailing list, which means you're not getting the communication. So just go to our training site, click on the training section, and you will see the information on how to opt into our mailing list so you get email updates from us, and so that you can sign up for the CRM, which can track your progress and the progress of the team. And we also have a training video on how the CRM works on the training website. And every new agent you bring on board, you want to plug them into the system. We don't want you spending time in training mode. We don't want you spending time in administration mode. We want you spending time being productive. That means talking to businesses to get yourself loans. So when a new agent comes on board, you plug them to the system and let the system do the rest. You're not the expert. We've only been here almost a month. So you don't want to rely on the person that just brought you in to be, your master trainer. They probably just got started 2 days before you. So the system does all of the training and all the work on your behalf, and you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't plug into the system, or the agents you bring on board also, you don't plug them into the system. You want to make a lot of money, I will end with this, with these numbers. When you start to build an agent team, and right now that's not your focus. Your focus right now is you got to close out those loans. Because once you close out those loans, you're going to be able to get paid more money on your agent organization. But when you start to build an agent team, I want you to think of these numbers like this. Let's say you had 500 agents on your team. 500. There's no cost in registering. There's no monthly fee for this. It's just who's hungry and wants to work. You have 500 of them. If just 100 of them got one loan for the entire year, so it took them 12 months to close out on one loan, and you're averaging about $300 per loan, that's $150,000 for the year. So think about that for a second. You want to have a full-time yearly income. The average American earns less than $28,000 a year. But you hustle at 500 that do 100 of them only do one loan. What if you had just 25 on your team, agents that did one loan a month? Now, you might have 500 agents, but only 25 loans per month were being closed. That's $7,500 per month. So it gets. I mean, it's not bad. There's very good money there for not only you building and closing out loans yourself, but also building an agent team and earning off the efforts of what they do as well. So that's why we put this system in place, so that everybody has the opportunity to have massive success, and nobody has any excuse for failure, because no matter how much talent we have on this call right now, no matter how much experience you've had in this industry, it all comes down to who talks to the most businesses. That's what it comes down to. Who talks to the most businesses? And the more businesses you talk to, the better you're going to get at on how to talk to them. I remember what Jared said our first week. To get all the no's out the way right now. It's like just pick up the phone and start calling. You may not even know what you're saying. You're going to mess up. You're going to screw up. People are going to say no. People are going to hang up on you. I had one guy call. I didn't do my research. I called him up. I didn't know the owner's name. And I introduced myself, hey, may I speak to the owner? And he said, you don't know the owner's name? I said, no, sir. He said, call me back when you figure it out. Click. And hung up on me. Lesson learned. Let me find out. Well, I was probably the owner I spoke to. Another guy just hung up on me right off the bat just by saying, hi, my name is Click. Like, hey, but you have the attitude, I am here to give you money. I'm not here to sell you on anything. So I am here to give you money. Do you want money or not? And with tax season right now, everybody wants money. I was visiting with family this past yesterday at Easter, and a family friend was coming over, and I was telling him about this. He was like, "Oh, every business needs money. So don't get frustrated. You know, if you call 40, 50, 60 businesses, and you might only talk to 2 or 3 people, and they're like, well, I'm not interested. Not interested now does not mean I'm not interested later. Just so you know statistics, 40% of every single small business is in need of extra cash capital right now. 40%. 80% of all small businesses will need extra cash over the next 12 months. 80%. So what you're doing when you're calling these businesses, and don't leave them without you leaving your information, your contact. Because 3 months from now, 4 months from now, they may be in a say, I need an extra $40,000. Where am I going to do? Where am I going to get $40,000 from? It's going to take me 3 months to get it from the bank. I don't qualify. Wait a minute. Penny called me up 2 months ago. I got this card. I got this information. She's sending me follow-up emails. You're building your database, your customers. This will never, ever get saturated. Never. So never have to worry about that. And you'll have people that will call you back 2 months from now and say, you still have special rates on loans. Here's another tactic you can even use. I listened to this in a Grant Cardone. 2 things. One was, you want to get another owner's attention, you let them know that you talked to their competitor. I was talking to Bob's Roofing, your competitor down the street, and it was telling me because of the rainy season, he's got too many jobs to handle, and he asked me if he could get some extra money. Then I thought, wow, if Bob needs more money, maybe you do too. You're in the same business, so do you need extra money right now? That gets their attention real quick. So another thing as well is you let them know anytime that you need something, give me a call, but I'm going to periodically check in with you if that's okay. I'll shoot you a message, an email, I'll shoot you a text every 3 weeks or a month, and keep that database. That's why the CRM is important. Keep that database so that you can follow up with all of your clients. Next thing you know, you've got a list of thousands of businesses all in rotation. That's powerful. So with that, turn right back on review to Jared. Go ahead and close this out, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
I got one more thing to add, Brandon. I got one more thing to add to that, Brandon. All right. Hey, guys. Hey, listen, this is Adam again. Hey, listen up. Just real quick here. When you're on the phone with somebody, if they sound like they're too busy to talk, one of the things one of the practices I always do, I always ask for their personal email. I don't want their demo one. I want their direct personal email, so I can send them a thank you message for thanking them for taking my call. The other thing is, make sure that you also want to verify their address. You want to make sure you ask them, hey, look, I got your information from whatever source you got it from. Can I verify your mailing address? I'd like to send you a thank you card for taking my call. You send them a drop card from DAC. Hello. Guess what that means? Not only have you touched them once, not twice, 3 times. And they remember being thanked for their time, everybody. That is something that they remember. You want to, even if you're not doing something that day, do something to shock them, which is doing something to give them a thank you. So, I'm done.
Which is out of the ordinary. No, that's so true. And then, thank you, Adam. They get a lot of sales calls, and you I hate to say it, you just have to build by calling all the time. Here's what happens, and this is actually a good development that it goes beyond this business. When you develop a callus of you don't really care what other people think or say, this is the best and the fastest way to do it. Trust me. Let me just tell you guys this, is that the biggest industry that's not going to go anywhere anytime soon is sales. Would you agree with that, Adam? Sales ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Not whatever. You know, you got companies like you got bigger companies that are closing their doors like Macy's, or they're changing. And I'll just say this in my closing, is that they're changing their structure. But here's the thing. It's just really they're reforming. The economy is changing. That's what we're experiencing right now. The digital age is here. And but with hospitality, roofing, you know, there's certain industries that won't, you know, I'm not going to say they'll never be affected, but the point is that every business needs to have access to cash to be able to not just survive, but get that extra equipment. Because, you know, as let's say a roofing company, getting extra cash means now they can get the equipment. Now they can actually get more customers or service more customers. You just name it, and you happen to be there at the right time, and you do what Penny just did, or many of us all have been doing, is closing loans and providing, we're giving people money. I mean, plain and simple. With that being said, I will see you guys this Wednesday, same time, and let's, you know, I want to hear more stories. It's not about, I want to hear more new people having more loans in the pipeline and closing. So if you guys have any questions, reach out. Do not be afraid to reach out. That's why we're all here, to help each other win and make money. All right, take care. You guys have a good week.